God had a wife. Before I get started, it's important to remember that every religion has an origin, and the Israelite religion is old. At its start, it shared some Canaanite mythology, and in its earliest texts, this shows. The oldest two texts date to about 800 BC. The first is from a burial inscription called the Uriah inscription, found at the Khirbet el-Kham site. It reads, "Blessed be Uriah by Yahweh, and for his enemies, by his Asherah, he has saved him." Asherah was a goddess and was common in the Canaanite pantheon. This clearly indicates that Yahweh had a goddess, or at very least that the person buried here thought Yahweh had a goddess. The second comes from writings on large clay pots called pithas, which were found at the Kantilla Ezrud site. One inscription said, "I bless you by Yahweh of Samaria and his Asherah," and the other said, "Yahweh of Timon and his Asherah." These texts alone could solidify that the oldest version of the Israelite religion saw Yahweh as having a wife. But I think we can do a little better. The Bible does condemn Asherah worship, but it unintentionally indicates that it was once widespread. In 2 Kings 21:7, the verse reads, "And he set a graven image of the grove that he had set in the house, of which the Lord said to David and Solomon his son, In this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever." The quote, grove is another name for what is called an Asherah pole. It was a depiction of a tree or a pole that served as an idol. This verse is widely interpreted by scholars to refer to Asherah, whose sacred tree symbolized fertility and divine presence. And this wasn't just anyone who put this up. It was King Manasseh who put it up. He was a king of Judah and was even in the lineage of Jesus in the book of Matthew. Later, King Josiah removed these poles and burned them in 2 Kings 23, 4-7. But this was a reform, and it subtly indicates that an Asherah or goddess was indeed worshipped.